I can't hear you at all.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Is it just us right now?
Yes, it's just the two of us.
Okay.
The others may come on shortly.
Did you figure out a way to get that uploaded to YouTube, or did it still say it was too long?
No, I have not figured it out yet. I'll try again tonight when we get off after this one and see if I can get both of them uploaded to YouTube so we can have that as part of our artifacts. And my daughter's here tonight, so she'll help me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
All right, how are you doing tonight?
Doing good. I was just telling Emily I haven't figured out how to upload that video to YouTube, but honestly, I haven't tried again. But after we do our Zoom meeting tonight, I'll try to get both of them uploaded to YouTube.
Okay.
The link to send out so we can have it as an artifact.
Okay.
That I got that message when I was trying to upload my PLC video, and I had to like change my account.
You changed your account, you said?
Yeah, I just had to change the type of account that I had on YouTube, and then it allowed it to upload the whole thing.
Okay, I'll check that.
So I'm on. I'm in a meeting with my group. Okay. All right. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're fine. I'm gonna go ahead and pull up the 2 documents that I did for the peer review. I know it was several places on there that were listed for us to discuss during the Zoom meeting.
I'm gonna get into it.
Pull that up in another window while we see it. Kimberly is going to show us.
Stop it. What you need? I have a with meeting with my group. Okay. What you need? Have y'all had an opportunity to meet with your PLCs this week? The ones that are doing the weekly meetings?
No.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Emily.
Oh no, that's okay. Our meeting is next week.
And I do my meetings on Friday, so I'll meet tomorrow.
Okay. I met this week, but everyone that I had selected for the PLC wasn't present. Well, the 2 grade level teachers wasn't present, so I just met with the principal and our academic coach. So the 3 of us discussed the data that we got back from our testing last week. So we discussed all the mid-year stuff for K2 and 3-5.
Okay, I read that in your review, in your narrative. I'll meet with my PLC. We're trying to meet every Friday right now, and I know that's going to soon move to maybe every other Friday. But for right now, I want it to be every Friday. And during this PLC, we looked at the data during the last PLC and analyzed that data. And this week, my principal met with some grade levels. I met with some grade levels, well, with first grade, and helped them to analyze data from their middle of the year check-ins, our higher education. And so tomorrow, we're going to be looking at the targeted grade level, which was 4th grade, and we'll be coming up with a remedy or an intervention to implement with that grade level. So we'll be discussing that. I sent them all an email to bring some possible interventions so that we can discuss them as a group so that it's a collaborative decision. So that's on our agenda for tomorrow.
Is it research-based interventions that they're bringing?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna meet next week. We don't meet every week. They have weekly PLCs already set up with our instructional facilitators. So we meet like every other week.
With the team that I have, we meet I have a leadership team meeting at my school every Friday. So I plugged in the PLC that I'm doing for my class. We meet an hour before that leadership PLC. So they gave us the time to be able to do that.
That's a good idea.
The only downside to that is a regular classroom teacher is not in there. So I would have to discuss the data and the plan that we're doing with the teacher with an individual meeting, because she's not a part of the PLC. They have their own PLCs on Mondays and Tuesdays. So this PLC that I'm doing is more geared to what a PLC really is supposed to be. So that's kind of like the difference.
Mine, we're doing vertical planning, so I may have said that last time, but so it kind of has to be after school. Whenever they do their PLCs with the instructional facilitators, they always meet as a grade level. They don't ever do vertical planning, so hoping that offers something different for them, because I just didn't want to do the same thing that they're already doing, you know,
right.
Like you said, something different.
I feel like my principal has learned a lot from the PLCs that we're doing. I try to make, and I probably mentioned this the last time too, I make the first portion of my PLC some information, reading literature, or reading the brochure, or sharing something with them to help move them into doing a real PLC, or trying to do a PLC the way it should be done.
Yeah. My group they weren't familiar with SMART goals when I went over that. So, yeah. So I'm thinking that once we do this, which I've kind of done a little bit, but once we get research done for best practices, we can share that information with them, because they won't know all of that.
Right.
And then let them kind of decide, out of the ones that we researched, which ones would they like to try, you know. Give them some, I guess, freedom to choose between some of those.
Okay, that's a good idea.
What do you think? What do you think about that?
I think that's a good idea. When we think about how we traditionally look at interventions when we're doing a SAT team meeting or an MTSS meeting, we just typically discuss several different types of interventions with the group, and then the teacher choose between the interventions that have been listed based on the ones that she feels would best suit whichever student that she was bringing to the team. So I think giving them some buy-in and some choice between these interventions, I think that's good.
Yeah, I feel like if I go in there and I say, these are best practice and you're going to do these, you know, that they'll be like, oh, you know, so giving some choice.
You just have to find what works for which students. Like one intervention or one method may work for one, you know, student, but it may not work for a different. So just have to, you know, I guess personalize it, make it unique to the.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, I was looking over the peer review, trying to see which parts mention us discussing during the Zoom peer review. And one is the second bullet talks about rubric strength. It says be prepared to share during the Zoom peer review session. And then the rubric weakness is
which one are you? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Where are you reading from?
That's okay. It's the peer review feedback template that we have to fill out when we do the reviews. I remember seeing those two. I was trying to glance to see if there was another one, but it says be ready to discuss these two areas when we do our Zoom meetings. Okay, so that's the only places I see it mentioned there. And it may have been Kimberly that was reading from something else the last time too that mentioned something for us to discuss during the Zoom meeting. That's Kimberly's.
I'm trying to pull it up, but my computer's being really slow.
Okay.
I think mine is too. Is it because we all in there? The track of it.
Maybe. Is it under peer review materials?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I see it under rubric strength. Using the language of the rubric, examine the text for areas of strength and comment. Be prepared to share during the Zoom peer review session.
Oh, you're looking at the form that we had to fill out?
Yeah.
Under the strength and the weakness, those states that to be prepared to share during the Zoom peer review session.
Gotcha.
Okay, I haven't did a review yet for this week.
Okay.
But let me see. It won't take long. I think I was reading someone's earlier today doing my planning.
Okay. Will it mess you up if I start sharing some of what I put on mine?
No, ma'am, it will not.
Okay. What about you, Emily? Is that okay? We want to wait till you look for something, or you good?
No, go ahead.
Okay. And it's Facia, is that right?
Facia.
Say it again, I'm sorry.
Facia.
Facia, okay. I'm gonna get it. Right. So for the rubric strength, I put for task 2 that the candidate uses language in the PLC research that includes her resources. So everything that you said in your narrative, you point back to the resources that you use. So that solidifies what you're talking about, that it's coming from your research. It's not, things that you're making up. And then for the weakness, and it really is not a weakness, in your paper, you said that y'all were going to determine the specific need after you review the progress monitoring data. That's upcoming, so it's not like it was something that you didn't do or something that you forgot. And that's something that is going to be a weakness in my use of data, because we don't have teachers implementing the progress monitoring for math the way that it should be. So that's a piece that's going to be a missing piece. If I look back from what they've done at the beginning of the year to this point, there's not going to be continuous progress monitoring data to use after we implement the intervention that we're going to do for the most pressing need. We'll have progress monitoring data then, because I'll be able to support the teacher and make sure that she has a system developed and a calendar so that she's able to do the progress monitoring. But right now, I won't have that information included in my report. So, like I said, I listed that, but that's something that's upcoming. It's not like it was something that was missing, but I didn't see anything that was a flat out weakness.
Okay. Other than I had omitted some words.
Oh.
Too fast.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and I didn't include anything like I put like in the grammar portion. I didn't include that as a weakness, but and then the other one I did was for Kimberly, and she may have gotten held up. I didn't check I just got back in from a basketball game, so I haven't checked any emails to see if she sent anything.
I didn't see any. I just looked, but my Wi-Fi is kind of skipping or something. It's going slow, but I didn't see a message from her.
Okay.
But I think tonight is her late night or something. I remember from last week she said is her meetings or something on Thursdays or something.
Okay. And the meeting may have gone over, the one that she was in before. And I'm just gonna go ahead and share what I put on her so she goes back to look at this link after it's saved for the rubric strength. I'll slide it over. I said the candidate described the data collection process and led the collaborative team in the process of analyzing the data, and that charts were included to more clearly represent the data. And then for the rubric weakness, I put be sure that the acronyms are identified prior to being stated in the narrative. And then one of the acronyms that she used, it was later identified, so it made me think it could have even been mentioned in task 1. So that maybe why she didn't specify what the acronym was for. She did mention it later on, but I just put that down so she could check it just to be sure.
Okay. I'm going slow.
Yeah, me too.
My thing is spinning. Is the check to see if that light is on that box. So bad. The Wi-Fi box is okay. It's on. Yeah, it's supposed to be blue. I was reading one. I can't remember who it was, and of course, I don't have my notes in front of me. I think they included task 2 at the bottom of task 1, and I had a hard time trying to decipher where task 2 started and where task 1 ended.
And I think I may have made that comment on yours, Emily. I was
I'm looking
at your review, but I didn't see you up here too, so that's when I did.
I'm replying to your question, but yes, they're all together. Task 1 and task 2 are together.
Okay.
So I think it was yours I was looking at earlier, Emily.
Yeah, it's all together.
Okay. What is going on? Bring me the laptop. Casey, the green laptop. See, his Wi-Fi is going a little faster than mine. I don't know what's going on. And then between tabs open.
So Cassandra, has anybody reviewed yours?
They had not reviewed it as of last night when I was looking. I'm trying to log in now to see if anybody has shared any feedback or not.
It doesn't look like it. Do you want me to take a look at yours?
Yes, you can review it.
Are we doing the same review, the same people that we did last week, or how are we doing it? Did we decide?
No, we hadn't discussed it. And I was trying to switch it up, and I was going to try to do Emily's this time, and then one of yours, and then kind of switch it around. But I wasn't sure about the task 2 and task 1, so I wanted to get it done last night because I knew I had a game today. So I went ahead and did the 2. So the next time I'll try to switch it up.
Okay.
Now, is it okay to do it that way?
Yeah, I don't think it matters as long as we do 2.
Okay, so if y'all are okay with it, then that's fine. Have y'all started filling out your logs and getting your principal to sign off on any of your artifacts?
I've just been noting it. I haven't actually put it onto the log yet. When Mr. Ramsey came out to visit this week, he said that he preferred to be typed.
Okay, I'm glad you said that because I haven't done it.
He said it looks professional. It looks more professional to have it typed than handwritten. He said that even though it's acceptable, but he thinks it looks more professional to type it. But
Yeah.
I had just started jotting things down that I've, have done this semester. And the only thing I was kind of questioning is like the artifact or the proof that we need for it. It was a column. I don't have it in front of me. One of the columns is, did it say artifact or something?
Let's see if I can grab my.
I know it has the competencies, then it had the hours, and then I want to say it had the proof or something, evidence. Like what will we put there other than we did?
I started a notebook on the things that I've been doing in my PLC. So I have a digital file of everything that I've done, everything that I've handed out, the PowerPoints that I've shown, and I have a digital file, and then I've printed out hard copies of a notebook. So I was thinking about doing the same thing with my my artifacts for the log, is to keep everything in a notebook so that anything that's listed down, that I've got an email, or like I attended an IEP meeting probably 2 months ago, and I spoke to the EC department that led the meeting. I need to get a copy of the attendance sheet to show that I was present. I want to put that in the notebook. So anything that I've listed down there, I want to have an artifact to support that. So
That's right.
I haven't done that part yet. I need to take a day just to go through and print emails and minutes and sign-in sheets. But I just want to have those, the hard copy and the digital file.
That's right.
Yeah, I've screenshotted emails, and I put the link to my video and the link to my PowerPoint from my first PLC in my task 2 stuff.
Okay.
So I'm looking at yours right now, Cassandra. It looks like math is what you guys decided was your weakness?
Yes.
Okay. And is that for the whole school, like every grade, or?
The school, yes, math is a weakness for the school as far as school-wide, but the initiative that I'm targeting 4th grade because they have the greatest area of needs. But
Did you
however,
say
whatever.
4th? Is that what you said?
4th, yes, 4th. Whatever we put in place, my principal wants to do it school-wide, which is fine because that's a need school-wide. But everything that I do, everything that I focus on, making sure that the interventions are done, the progress monitoring is done, I'm going to be zeroing in on 4th grade. But the principal is going to expect whatever we come up with to be done school-wide. But my laser focus, I'm zeroing in on 4th grade.
Mm-hmm. So are these, I'm looking at one of your figures, one of your charts.
Uh-huh.
The last one that says district benchmarks.
Yes, and that is just that's a chart that I made up looking at 3 of the lowest areas. If I'm thinking you're looking at the one that's Ames Web, but we do have a chart that shows all of the measures. There's 2 measures that's consistent K5, and that was concepts and application, and I can't think of what the other one is offhand. So I listed those two pieces plus one more to show like where fourth grade fell pretty low. But the full report that I need to put in there would be all of the data. And that's from BOY. We're currently doing our MOY assessment using the Ames Web Plus for math. So hopefully we can have that finished by the end of next week. So the data that we're using will be more current data. But right now we're using what we have. So the Ames Web Math is part of it along with the NC check-ins.
Gotcha. So are those names like Miller, Moses, Richardson, are those teachers?
Yes, those are teacher names.
Okay.
I need to put teacher A, teacher B. Is that what you're thinking?
Well, yeah, and you know how at the top where you have math and then you have reading, you could put up there where it's in that block where it says 1A, you could put teacher. You know what I mean?
Okay, I'm not looking at it right now, but
okay.
I do see what you're saying. Instead of putting the teacher's real name, put teacher A, teacher B, teacher C. So I can make that change. Okay.
Yeah, because I wasn't just looking at that. I mean, I assumed it was teachers, but I thought, well, maybe it's students. Like, I'm not sure, you know.
Okay, so I'll add that.
That sounds like something I probably need to do too.
Yeah, because I think they told us not to use their names, but it looks really visually, I love the way it looks. It looks great.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for the advice too.
I remember they did say about the students. So on one of the artifacts that I submitted, I kind of marked out all the student names, but I left the teacher's name up there on the top of the sheet, on the top of the form.
Yeah.
And were any of you able to attend the Zoom class tonight?
No, I was not.
Yeah, I did.
Did they mention anything about task 2 and any other things we need to kind of make sure we're looking at, or they discuss something different?
They did not talk about task 2 at all.
Okay.
They talked about task stream.
Okay.
And they showed us how to go in and do that. And everyone should be able to log in now and see the information. Mm-hmm. And they did give us an assignment. They asked us to go into task stream and click on the class and do the disposition piece. And basically it's just a self rating. You just rate yourself.
I tried the coach came out Tuesday and I was able to log in and change my password and to do that, but the class wasn't listed on Tuesday. So they're saying it's listed now. Okay.
Yeah, that happened to me too, but I can see it now. So hopefully you can see it too. Okay.
I was able to go in and change my password when we had our last Zoom. No, yes, our last class. Mm-hmm. But I haven't looked back at it since, so I need to do that. Did they say the deadline for that is Sunday as well?
Yeah, they said to go ahead and do that. So I'm assuming, yeah, they get that done by Sunday. But it doesn't take I did it while they were talking. So It doesn't take long to do it all.
Okay. I'll look back at that. Okay, and did you see anything else, Emily? I didn't mean to cut you off. We were looking at my narrative.
I think everything else looked really strong. That was the only thing that I could see, and I'll type it up on that form.
Okay, all right. I'll be looking for it. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, do we need to discuss anything else?
I think that's it. Did you have any other questions?
No.
I don't think so.
Okay, well, when I get out tonight, I'm going to work on that video. And my daughter is a journalism major in multimedia. So if I don't get it, I'll be calling her over here in just a second.
Yeah.
I'll try to get that sent out to you ladies tonight.
Okay.
All right. Well, y'all have a great night.
Thank you. You
You too.
Let me ask one question before we get off. Do we want to keep next Thursday at the same time? Are we
That's
supposed
fine.
to be meeting weekly?
They told us that we're gonna have class on Tuesday, but we're not gonna have it on Thursday of next week.
Okay.
So I didn't know if you guys wanted to do it any earlier or,
Let me check my niece's game schedule right quick.
okay. Are you coaching?
No, just yelling and screaming loud in the fan.
Okay.
We had our last, my daughter played her last middle school basketball game tonight, but softball starts next week, so.
Okay, you'll still be busy.
Yes.
I gave up my coaching for this semester because of school, and I hate that because I love to coach.
You coach basketball?
No, I coach track.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's about to start. As soon as basketball's over, track is starting.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Oh, mercy. Okay, if I don't get the schedule in the next few seconds, I'll email you. Like, say it again, Jalen. So nothing's Thursday? Okay, so I could do it earlier on Thursday if I want to meet earlier.
Yeah.
Whatever the group decides, and will we want to check with our other group, Kimberly, before?
Yeah.
Okay, so do you want to say 7 o'clock since we're not having the class? And then if that time doesn't work, we'll see what else works for everyone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
All right.
Okay.
Thanks, Lasia. Have a good night.
You too. Bye.